Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing about NFA to DFA using Thompson's and subset construction. We have already covered one example of this and now we will be covering the second example. We have three operations on regular expressions: star operation, that is asterisk, concatenation A into B, and OR operation A or B. For each operation we have defined rules to. As far as A star is concerned, we have 4 epsilons and 4 states. For A into B, we don't have any epsilon, and for A or B, which is also represented as A plus B, we have 4 epsilons. The question which we are considering is we need to generate the DFA for A or B plus using Thompson's and subset construction. If I talk about A or B plus, we don't have any rule defining A or B plus, but we already know that A or B plus, that means a positive closure, is A or B into A or B plus. If we talk about A or B, the Thompson's construction for A or B is given over here. Next we need to concatenate this with A or B full stop. So this is the Thompson's construction for A or B into A or B full stop. Once we have generated the NFA using Thompson's construction, the next step which we need to follow is that we need to find the subset construction. In subset construction, we need to work with E-closure function. What are the steps followed for E-closure function? First step is to take E-closure of a start state. For example, if the start state is 0, so we will take E-closure of 0. E-closure of n will include set of all the states which can be traversed from state n without consuming any input. That means we only need to consider epsilon moves. And most important point is that epsilon closure of a state will include that state itself in the set. So E-closure of n will include n. Now we start with the start state, that is 0. Corresponding to 0, we check all the states which can be traversed only from state number 0. We can move from state number 0 to state number 1 and 3 on epsilon. Since state number 0 will itself be included, so we say that we have a set which has 3 elements, 0, 1 and 3, and we say that this is capital A. Now we find A comma A. A comma A means that corresponding to set 0, 1, 3, we need to take the output corresponding to input A. When we talk about A, 0 comma A gives us nothing because we are traversing only on epsilon. 1 comma A gives us 2 and 3 comma A gives us nothing. So that means we have only 2 state number left out corresponding to A comma A. Now we will take the E-closure of 2. E-closure of 2 means that all the states which can be traversed only on epsilon move from state number 2. State 2 will itself be included. From 2 we move to 5, from 5 we move to 6 and 12 on epsilon move. Then from 6 we move to 7 and 8 on epsilon move. So E-closure of 2 will include 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 12. So we have a new set which is not same as earlier set which was 0, 1, 3. We name this set as capital B and we add the value in the table A comma small a is B. Next we check A comma B. 0, 1, 3 comma B, that means 0 comma B which gives us nothing, union 1 comma B which gives us nothing, union 3 comma B. 3 on B gives us 4, so we will take E-closure of 4. When we calculate E-closure of 4, 4 will itself be included. All the moves which can take place from 4 only on epsilon. 5, 6, 12, 7 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 12 in E-closure of 4. Since this does not match with the E-closure of 2, we have a new set which we call as capital C. And in the table we have an entry A comma B is capital C. Now we move to B comma A. Set B has elements 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 comma A. We will check 2 comma A, 5 comma A, 6 comma A, 7 comma A gives us 9, 8 comma A and 12 comma A. So we have only 9 as a state corresponding to set B, in which we have an output on small a. So we will take E closure of 9. E closure of 9, 9 will itself be included. We move to 11, 6, 12, 7 and 8 on E move only from 9. So E closure of 9, that is B comma A, is a new set 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 and 12. Now we take B comma B, we get E closure of 10 because 2 comma B gives us nothing, 5 comma B, 6 comma B, 7 comma B, 8 comma B and 12 comma B. In 8 comma B we get 10 and 12 comma B again gives us nothing. So we take E closure of 10. E closure of 10 includes 10 will itself be included. Along with that we have 11, 12, 6, 7, 8. So we have a new set which we call as capital E, which is E closure of 10, and corresponding to this we give it set number E. We have an entry B comma B. Now we move to C comma A. C set was defined. When we check for C comma A, that is 4, 5, 6, 7 on A gives us 9, 8 and 12. So we have E closure of 9, that is D, which is already defined. Next we move to C comma B. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 comma B gives us 10. So E closure of 10, which is already defined, that is E. Now we move to D comma A. 6, 7, 7 on A gives us 9, 8, 12. Again we get E closure of 9, that is D. D comma B, this gives us 8 on B is 10, that is all. So we have E closure of 10, that is E. E comma A, all the elements of E will be considered. On A we get 7, on A gives us 9, E closure of 9, that is D. E comma B, that is 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12 on B. 8 gives us this final output. Now we see that we have drawn the DFA for A or B plus. If we see this DFA, A is the start state which has the symbol 0. All the states which have the final state of Thomson's construction will be considered as final state. In Thomson's construction, final state was 12. Since B, C, D, E, all 4 states have state number 12 as part of it, so all these 4 states will be final states. So this is the DFA for A or B plus. So if we summarize this, we can say that we have discussed how DFA can be generated through Thomson's and subset construction, and one example was discussed, and we will be discussing more examples in the coming slides. Thanks for watching.